Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in their perfect spots. Adrenaline rush, hearts pounding loud. Every second counts, we gotta wow the crowd. Fingers flying, hands on fire. We're the kings and queens of this puzzling empire. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the pieces, bringing joy forever. Puzzled hearts will solve the mystery. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, we compete. Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in the perfect spot. Adrenaline rush, hearts pounding loud. Every second counts, we gotta wow the crowd. Fingers flying, hands on fire, hands on fire. We're the kings and queens of this puzzling empire. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the pieces, bringing joy forever. Puzzled hearts will solve the mystery. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, we compete. Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in the perfect spots. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, we compete. Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in their perfect spots. Adrenaline rush, hearts pounding loud. Every second counts, we gotta wow the crowd. Fingers flying, hands on fire. We're the kings and queens of this puzzling empire. Puzzled hearts, we're in this together. Filling in the pieces, bringing joy forever. Puzzled hearts will solve the mystery. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, our love for puzzles is real. Piece by piece, we compete. Jigsaw puzzle on repeat. Speed is key, gotta move fast. Put those pieces in the perfect spot. Adrenaline rush, hearts pounding loud. Every second counts, we gotta wow the crowd.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's EJJ Unboxed and Unreleased puzzle. And looking forward to the reveal. Can I get away from everybody? If you can hear me all right. Greetings, everyone. Oh, yeah, even got some banana chickens waving to the camera. So, yes, welcome, everybody. Welcome also to our viewers who are joining us on YouTube. And yeah, greetings to my co-hosts this evening. We have Catherine and SJ.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
All right. Yes. So we've been having a bit of a heat wave in Europe. I don't know how it is in the UK, but have you also been suffering with this heat, SJ?
Yeah, it has cooled down. It's manageable now. But last week was not manageable at all.
Yeah, so we were wondering, how how do people puzzle in a heat wave? Do people puzzle, or do they choose something else? Do they, how do they manage? Do they move to a different room? Do they have some extra drinks on hand? Or so we asked our participants tonight how they handle that. And yeah, I'd love to know with you, Catherine, first, how have you been handling it, and have you been puzzling during this time?
Yeah, I actually have. Since I'm on holiday, I thought I use the time to like get back into actually practicing for speed puzzling, because I haven't done that in a while. And of course, then the heat wave came. So I did something that a lot of other people also mentioned in their answers, which is puzzling early in the morning. So getting up a little bit earlier, because then it's not so hot, or it wasn't then so hot yet outside. Meanwhile, it has cooled down, so now I can do puzzles whenever again. But yeah, so getting up early, catching the morning like breezes, open windows, at the same time trying to air out the house, so it has like dual purposes. And yeah, and I was actually thinking about putting like a bowl of cold water underneath my table so I could like dunk my feet in it, but I didn't do that yet because I thought maybe it's a bit too extreme.
Well, I can tell you 2 people have posted on Instagram that they actually did that. So there was a, I think Catherine mentioned that. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so there was a team that did the team competition, and they had a bucket of water, like a box of water, under each of the participants, because they were puzzling the last weekend when it was really, really hot. And also Victor posted an image of him with like a box filled with water, a tub to soak his feet in to cool down. So yeah, you're not alone with that thought.
No, it's nice confirmation I'm not going crazy.
Yeah. How about you, SJ? How have you been handling it?
I would say the main thing that we've changed to cope with it is that, well, our puzzle table is in the hottest room in the house. So we bought a second table and have put it in the coolest room in the house. So that's what we've done.
Good excuse to get another puzzling table in the house.
Yep.
Yeah, so for myself, well, I did the opposite of you, Catherine. I puzzled late after work, and I was suffering badly. I didn't have time to get up to do any puzzling in the morning, so I thought one evening, oh, I'll do a puzzle. It ended up being a really hard speed puzzle. I didn't even finish it, and I was just like almost like fainting at the table. I was like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm just struggling. Like, whoa! And I just thought, no, it's too hard. I'm going to bed. Because we had all the fans going, and it just didn't bring any relief at all. And then I did the Jacari online competition, and during the competition, it was like 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. My husband walked past, and I was like, you know that drink you made me yesterday? I'd really like one of those. So he got me a Radler, which is just like a really low percentage alcohol, really low percentage beer with lemonade, and put some ice cubes in that. And that was the first time during an online competition that I was like drinking some beer at the same time. But I was like, I need this. Yes, so we also have some answers from our participants. I thought it was interesting. Tammy said that she wears cooler clothing, but otherwise doesn't change much. But once during an EJJ, I was covered in perspiration, and I called for my husband to wipe my brow like I was an operating room surgeon. He walked in and was shocked because I was really dripping sweat. So yeah, there's also a few references to Valladolid there that's kind of familiar. So Rena is using it as practice for Valladolid. So we'll see how that goes. All right, it looks like we are almost ready to go. Let's see, yes. So everybody should have their box still wrapped and their puzzle pieces in the bag. So the box should stay on your table the whole time, just like off to the side, preferably still in view, so that we know, yeah, that you haven't opened the image already. If you can't fit it in, if it's not visible on camera because you're zoomed in too much, or you don't have space, make sure that when you finish your puzzle, you also put the box next to it. Then we know that, then we can confirm your puzzling. Okay, So we're doing things a little bit differently today. First of all, we would ask that all the participants do not listen to the commentary. SJ and Catherine will be describing what they see as they're coming out of the bag, giving hints. It could be this, it could be that. Also reading comments from the viewers. And we want for this competition that you puzzle intuitively, that you let the pieces speak to you and you let them come together as you see them, and give it your best and fairest shot, like that. Okay. Yes. Let me just think. Yes. And so we will not be showing the image. If you are a viewer, if you are one of the people who did the flex already and know what the image is, do not give any hints away what it is. If you don't know what the image is and you are watching, feel free to throw in all your random guesses, what you see coming in together, and let that be part of the fun. Okay, so we are not unwrapping because that's not what we normally do. I have to make sure I do everything in the right order. Yeah, so when I say the countdown 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then you should switch off the commentary, get ready to hit that mute button, then you rip open your bag, and then you start puzzling. Okay, does that sound about right? Okay, opening the bag of the pieces and getting ready to mute the commentary in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Puzzle, everybody.
Puzzle.
So normally I would now show an image, or someone would show the box and say, hey, this is what we're puzzling tonight. But we don't know, and Catherine, well, we're not going to show you, and Catherine and SJ don't know either. So let's just cut straight to having a look at what you see in front of you.
Yeah, so I actually do have the pieces in front of me, just like the participants. I was also sent, the bag with the pieces and then the box separately. So I did sneak a look at the pieces, and at first glance, I just see a lot of different colors, a lot of like blues and greens, and then some reds and some purples and some, like, a little bit of every color, really. And I'm not quite sure what it is. Lots of like lines and swirly things. So it could be anything, really, just from looking at the pieces.
Yeah, I'm looking at the streams, and I'm seeing Sammy's got a really good camera angle on her pieces, nice and clear picture and everything. And so, yeah, I can see everything you just described. It may be some sort of cartoon, I take it, an illustration like that.
Yeah. An illustration of some sort, for sure. So yeah, a drawing, I would say. Yeah. So
awesome.
let's introduce the people we have on screen right now. So we have Sammy from the United States. We have Sarka from the Czech Republic. We also have Saskia from Estonia, Semilia from France, Serena from the Netherlands, and Sergio from Spain. And I'm curious to, like, have you done an unboxed puzzle before, SJ?
Yes, I'm trying to remember how many I have done, because I have 10 on my speed puzzling, but I think I've done closer to 20 because we're running. It's nearing the end now in the UK, a unboxed relay. So basically, I think there were 14 of us all found a puzzle that no one else in the group had done, and we send it without the box to the next person in the relay. They do it, they write their time down, so we keep it secret. We don't put it on my speed puzzling until the puzzle's back home. So we're still waiting on some of those puzzles to get home before we put our times in. But yes, so I've done more unboxed than I care to think about, actually. How about you, Catherine?
Yeah, I've done not that many. I've done a few. Sometimes I would send my husband out to buy me a random puzzle and then take the box away and just leave me the pieces. And the problem with that is that he's not a speed puzzler himself, so he doesn't know how to pick like a good blind puzzle. So those have always been very hard. Recently, obviously, I went to the World Series, so there we did the unboxed, but it's a different experience than doing it home alone, because there it's like, you can't help but look around sometimes. Even if you see something like out of the corner of your eye, it can still give you a tip of like where something is. So I feel like a true unboxed, this is actually the best format you can do it in a competition. So everyone is doing it at home. Nobody can look at anyone else's table. They all have us muted, so they don't even know what we are talking about. So you can't give any hints. And it's really, like Michelle said, like intuitive to go through. Let me quickly introduce the next people, and then we can talk a little bit more about how we would go about doing a puzzle like this. So we have Sophie from Germany, Stefan from Germany, is it Susanna from Spain, Tammy from the United States, Tasha from Canada, and Yle from Estonia.
Speaking of heat, I see fans on more than one puzzler's table already. So there are people trying to keep cool right now.
Yeah. And we can see Tammy has a great view of her puzzle, and she's pulling some type of reddish pieces there towards the top. And yeah, looking again at the pieces, I can see how you might be able to pull out, because there's also definitely like different colors and different textures going on. So you could probably pull like smaller sections of the puzzle out and trying to build those. And I think that's what we see there on Tammy's table. Towards the top, we can see that she has a bunch of these like red puzzle pieces already pulled.
Interesting. I see polka dots on the red, like white polka dots. That makes me think it might be toadstools, little mushrooms. So we might have like a nature scene with flowers and mushrooms and whatnot.
Yeah, you can see me really small, but like here's like one of those pieces like this that she has. So it's also spiky. It's like dotted and spiky. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
I guess we have to see. It seems a little bit to me maybe like another underwater scene or something like that, because there's so much blue like in the background, but I can't tell.
Yeah, who knows? There's a lot of blues that that are common in puzzles, whether it's underwater or sky or anything else, really. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it comes together. Let's have a look at our puzzle. So we have Valentina from Belgium, Veronica from Germany, Vesna from Finland. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. Xiomara from Spain. And then we jump to the top of the alphabet with Adam from Canada and is it Elvin from Canada in the top right, bottom right? I'm not 100% sure. LF.
I think that's who it is.
Yeah, from Canada, exactly. Lots of Canadians today.
Was Canada Day? When is Canada Day? It was either yesterday or it's today. I don't remember. Happy Canada Day, everyone.
Happy Canada Day.
Oh, it's today. It's today. Happy Canada Day.
That might explain why there's so many Canadians, because they have the day off to puzzle. Yeah, we're seeing some borders being built.
It is interesting. There's quite a few people, more than usual, at not even trying the borders to begin with. So it'll be really interesting to see which approach ends up being faster for people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm grabbing some border pieces now just randomly that I can find. And it does seem like it should be easy to do it. There's stuff happening on the border, and there's like some type of a gradient going on as well that goes. Yeah, so there's like a big piece of border, I guess. At least I see a lot of pieces that are like green. but there's stuff happening other on it than green. And then there's a bunch of like blue and like purpley border pieces, but it looks like it might be a gradient. So that might be really nice to have in an unboxed puzzle, a nice gradient.
Can't hurt.
Also puzzling today is Alexandra from Switzerland, Anna from Slovenia, Anna Maria from Romania, Anna from Poland, Anemi from Switzerland, and Asma from India. Yeah, and Anemi has the border pretty much complete, so we can see that it's doable, and we're only at 8.5 minutes, so should be not too hard of a border to do, actually.
We've had several people in the YouTube chat who did it yesterday in the Flex, saying how much they liked it and how fun it was. So I'm hoping everyone doing it right now is enjoying it.
Oh, yeah, now I can see a little bit more what okay, so there are like color things and they are like little blobs of stuff. Yeah, so it might be fish.
I just saw a yellow thing assembled that could either be a kite, like the kind you fly in the sky, or a kite that is a fish. So still don't know if we're talking about water or sky or something else yet.
Yeah, but that's the main. I think that would be the main. Oh, that's kind of looks like a snake.
Oh, what is it? I can't wait.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so also with us we have Aylan from Argentina, Birgit from Germany. Oh, sorry, Birgit is not on here, is she? No. Okay, so then we have Carla from Germany, Carlos from Spain, Caro from Germany, Karsten from Germany, and Katrin from Germany. It's the German group. Yeah, because there we can see on Katrin's view that it's kind of a snaky thing, right? This like, is that the same red thing that we were already looking at before?
Yeah. It looks like it has a face, like eyes and a mouth, like a head separate, and then a long body. So what is that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's very snake-like, mushroom snake.
Quite trippy, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Do you have any tactics when you do an unbox that you do something differently than otherwise?
Honestly, not really. I still just go for whatever catches my eye first, and it's not an overwhelming amount of pieces. So I would probably also pick one of the colors and grab that and just build it, and then bit by bit. And hopefully it will kind of show you over time what it is that you're building. Especially if it's a color that's only there once. Also joining us tonight, we have Kristen from Germany, Connor from the United States, Christins from Spain, Christina from Spain, Danique from the Netherlands, and David from Slovenia. And the top right corner, I can't make out who it is, but someone that is not in the alphabetical order. So sorry. Okay, so Connor has a lot kind of already in there, and it looks like, yeah, it's like separate things that you're building, and they are kind of, and I can see the gradient now from like blue on the one side to like purple on the other side in the background. So that can be very helpful, especially if you don't know exactly what it is you're building. And then David has built like small little islands of stuff. Yeah, I think Connor doesn't care if he has the image or not. He'll just be super fast either way.
He doesn't need it. Well, I'll ask the YouTube chat. Does anyone want to guess a finishing time for our top finish tonight? Put it in the chat if so.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, so we have some nice guesses also in the chat. Like, does Anna Maria have a balloon built that has EJJ written on it? Okay, keep an eye out for an EJJ balloon.
Oh.
Wonder if it's kites and hot air balloons. Ooh, maybe.
The first two time guesses are 6 seconds apart, and I think they both came in too close for them to have known what the other one typed. So maybe they're both right.
Yeah, okay. And Michelle says everyone who has submitted the Flex video has finished it in time, which is also a great indicator as to the difficulty level of this puzzle. So it is must be a rather easy puzzle if you can do it, if everyone can do it in the time limit, you know, unboxed. Let's continue introducing people. So we also have David from Spain. We have Dora from Switzerland. We have Eline from Belgium. We have Elisa from Estonia, Elke from Denmark, and Elodie from France. I wish Eline's camera was like closer to what she's doing, so we could just like see more stuff.
Yeah, there's a few people that I think, oh no, are they shy, or maybe it's just their setup in their room, they can't get any closer. But yeah, that's all right. We can make heads of tails of it.
Yeah. Wow, they finished the Flex call 25 minutes early. Okay, that sets the bar pretty high for tonight. So now, okay, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna also give a guess. So they're saying, yeah, just I think we're gonna get, because Connor's here. I know he's super fast. I'm just gonna say 30 minutes, clean.
30
Yeah.
on the dot. Oh, let me think. I'm gonna be slightly more conservative and say 31:11.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, but that means we have to hurry up with introducing people. So
yeah.
let's continue with that. We have Emanuela from Romania, Asta from Hungary, Eunice from Canada, Evili from Estonia, Eva from Poland, and Franziska from Germany. Oh, and Franziska, look at, she has this like snaky thing. Maybe it's a dragon. Maybe it's like a kite dragon.
Ooh, yeah.
Done in the top. And it seems like this is like a great connector between the left side and the right side. If the background is gradient, which is kind of what it looks like from here. So that might be really good to have that one in place early, and then you can kind of attach to it.
That is something I really like to do with puzzles, is if there is something that goes through the middle of the image at all, you know, like if it's a photograph with a horizon line, I like to get that horizon in as soon as possible, because then it makes placement so much faster after that. So yeah, it's a good tactic there to get that nice horizontal thing in early.
Yeah.
Or accident. It's not a tactic.
Thanks, Michelle, for the clarification. Okay, the Flex people did have the image to look at.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, then let me redo my guess. No, I'm gonna keep my guess. I'm gonna be optimistic today. I'm gonna say it's 30 minutes.
I think that's possible. We've got amazing people competing tonight, so I'll stick with my guess as well.
Yes. Okay. And then also joining us, we have Freya from Denmark, Frida from Sweden, Graham from the United Kingdom, Irene from Spain, Irma from Switzerland, and Isabel from Canada. Yeah, I love it when the puzzles have this top-down view, like Isa has there. And because then you can really see what's happening on the piece, and maybe we can guess like what some of the other things are. There seems to be like a dark blue target in the bottom of the image. Yeah, and otherwise some flying things throughout.
But I like Isa also has like a picture-in-picture, so we can see her in the top corner of her tile, and the beautiful overhead shot for the rest of it. So yeah, I might have to message her later to ask her about her setup.
Yeah, I think Isa is also streaming on Twitch
Hmm.
because they are always streaming a lot of the puzzling that they're doing. So yeah, but that is a really nice setup. I wonder how they're doing it to do it for the EJJ as well, like the picture-in-picture.
Oh yeah, lots of lovely Canadian celebrations. I can see people have laid out for
Yeah.
tonight.
Yay. There's like lots of Canadian stuff happening on Janice's board, who is also with us. So Janice from Canada. Then we have Janine from Germany, Jasmine from the United States, Yatta from Finland, Jessica from the United States, and Yuka from Finland. I wonder if the Canadians are excited that the World Series is coming to Toronto next year.
I'm sure they are. I would be. Maybe it'll come to the UK one day.
Yeah, I feel like the plan is to have it moving around, so we have good chances that. But yeah, I don't know if they'll come back to Europe so quick. Maybe they'll do like all the continents first.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to traveling. To be fair, so I'm excited to go to. I've been to Canada once for about 2 hours. That's it. So I need to go properly and visit.
Yeah. Yeah, Jasmine has this whole top right corner finished, and it looks more and more like kites to me.
Yeah.
Like now that someone wrote that in the chat, I'm like, oh yeah, I can see it now. Like they're all different colors of kites and different shapes. There's one shaped like a puzzle. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's kites.
I would always fly kites when I was a little girl. It was common back then, but I feel like I don't know the last time I saw someone flying a kite. It must have lost some popularity with the kids.
Mm.
But I love.
Oh, I love the input from the chat. So apparently Isa is not streaming right now, but it's just their camera setup. And there's a software that they use for streaming, OBS, that lets you start a virtual camera, which just shows the same screen that we stream.
Okay, that's
Cool.
very useful. Thank you.
All right. Ooh, okay. We have entered fast people territory because here with us we have Kinga from Poland, Christine from Norway, Christian from Poland, Laura from Finland, Lene Beate from Norway, and then is it Ria?
Yeah.
Where are you from, Ria?
Finland, I think.
You think?
Yes, Finland.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, and there we can see Kristen. Oh my God, Kristen has a lot done in this puzzle. Is she further along than Christian? Or do I just think that?
It's very similar where their gaps are in different places, so it's a little hard to compare. But she put that yellow in. That makes me think she's ahead now, actually. So yes, I think your gut instinct was right there.
Yeah, well, I think Christian has the more done at the bottom, I think. And he's missing this like middle section, whereas Kristen has the middle section and is like working towards filling in everything at the top, and then has left this like green section there at the bottom. So yeah, comparing, if we see both of them side by side, we can kind of see like the full image almost.
Yeah,
coming together. So, okay, now I feel confident about my 30-minute guess. Because this could be done in 8 minutes, right?
Oh,
Maybe.
I believe so, yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
Christian is working on a 9,000 piece puzzle. You can see it in the background.
Yeah. I saw that on Instagram earlier. I was wondering if there's one of the kites looks like pizza, pepperonis. Um,
Oh,
now I'm hungry, even though I just ate.
pepperoni pizza. Yeah, isn't it the dotted thing? That looks kind of like that. I don't know. It's hard to see just on the pieces. Okay, so we have switched up the screens again, and now with us we have Lisa from Denmark, we have Lydia from Germany, Madara from Latvia, Margrit from South Africa, Maya from Finland, and Maria from Sweden. Yeah, Cameron is just confirming that the Canadians did have a specific effort to get today's EJJ. Because today is a holiday in Canada. So yeah, that makes sense why there's so many Canadians there. Because normally there are always a few, but there's never like 10. Yeah, and this puzzle is coming together kind of quickly. I mean, for the fact that this is an unboxed puzzle, we're still at like 24.5 minutes-ish. I feel like most people have done amazing progress. Like everyone we see, okay. Yeah, there's Connor. He is so like intense and like focused on the puzzle. I'm like, how, like how do you get like that,
You're asking the wrong person.
Like, especially for being so young. Like I remember getting like distracted by all kinds of stuff when I was 10. Yeah, so good we checked in with them for a second, and now we can go back to, yeah, we're almost done with the alphabet. So now we have Marta from Germany, Moshka from Slovenia, Natasha from Austria, Nikki from Germany, Olivia from Poland, and Patience from Germany. With a name like Patience, I wonder if people expect you to have a lot of patience.
Well, patience is also floor puzzling, which requires patience. So yeah,
that's pretty. We don't see that often anymore. I feel like one of the Finnish people was always puzzling on the floor. Who was it? Emilia, the other Emilia.
Oh, Korhonen.
Exactly, Emilia Korhonen was puzzling on the floor a lot, like on her kitchen floor. Yeah.
Maybe it's cooler on the floor since heat rises.
It might be a technique.
I'm enjoying this artwork. I have to say, it's really cute and
yeah,
very pretty.
Does anyone have a guess for who the artist may be just by looking at it? I have a guess now that I've seen a little bit more of the image. And knowing it's from an EJJ participant, which is what Michelle did, I have a pretty strong inclination to who I think it might be, but I'm not gonna say it yet. Also here tonight we have Rachel from the United Kingdom, Ramon from Spain, Rina from Germany, Ria was already from Finland, sorry, Rika from Finland, Robert from Sweden, and Rosaline from Belgium. And that completes the whole alphabet. Yay! I'm so happy. I'm so happy we got through it, especially like I feel like this is going to be, even though it's an unboxed, still a really fast puzzle. Look at Rosaline. She has everything done except for this upper right corner. And that was a corner that a lot of people I saw started with. So I wonder that if she's going to do that really fast.
Yeah.
And
finish.
Rachel has everything pretty much done at the top, and she's like putting in everything at the bottom now, like the greener pieces. And then Robert has like the opposite of what she had done. It's so interesting to see like people starting in different places with this.
It always strikes me when you see people doing something on a puzzle the total opposite direction. Like, oh, they should do pairs puzzles because they would do great.
Yeah. All right. And now we're having a look at the leaders of the board. Oh, Christian is like, he has the last pieces are going in.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to pin them on mine as well so that I can kind of, yes. And there's like two more hearts, 3 more hearts.
And I think
yes.
Well done.
Christian! Congratulations! Woo! You're first. That was, I don't know if you can hear me, but okay, this surpassed my expectation. 28 minutes, 11 seconds.
I think Fiona in the YouTube chat got the closest with her guess.
Yeah. Wow,
yeah.
sub 30 unboxed. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, but now we can have a little bit of a better look at the puzzle, and yeah, it's kites. Kites of all colors flying through the sky. And then at the bottom, there's like some green grassy area. I don't see exactly what is on there. Probably like people holding the kites, I would assume. Yeah, very pretty puzzle. I'm excited to do it. Who else should I pin on my screen? Probably like everyone we have there. Anna, Kristen.
I think we'll have a gap now, actually, before we get a second place.
Yeah,
of maybe 3 or 4 minutes.
Not super long though. I mean, Connor is working on this green section and he only has the green pieces left. Kristen has finished the green section and is kind of plugging in those, I guess, mostly like blue. Well, it looks like blue pieces with like some colorful like stripes on them that are kind of left there in the back. I think Connor might be going a little bit faster there just because he's only working in this one corner. And he's like frantically putting in the pieces. Like he's going for it.
Yeah, he's got a more concentrated finish to plow through now.
Yeah.
And he can concentrate. So
yeah, that's really cool. Rachel, let me put her on my screen as well, so I can have a closer look. Yeah, Rachel has a little bit more gaps still. Connor is really now at like the last 15, 20 pieces. And all he has to do is like pick it up and like rotate the piece and put it in. There's not a lot of guesswork that has to be done anymore. Like he's really just grabbing them and putting them in as fast as he can.
I can't believe how fast this is.
I know, it's kind of unbelievable. Like he's, okay, and there we go. Last piece. Congratulations,
Amazing.
Connor. 31 minutes and just under 10 seconds. Wow.
I wonder if Christian or Connor would have been any faster with the box, because it's like those are mind-blowing times, really, even for a boxed puzzle. So
I wonder if Christian's gonna stay. Like usually he doesn't stay for the interview, but maybe Connor is gonna stay and then we can ask him what his strategy is, because I don't know, like he went at this puzzle not slower than he would do any other puzzle. Honestly, he just went for it like from the beginning.
yeah.
So I feel like I don't think he needs the image. When you do a puzzle unboxed, are you generally slower?
Yes, but not massively. Well, I mean, near in relative terms, but it's I am definitely slower, but not so slow that it's terrible.
And Kristen is putting in her last pieces as well. 2 more to go. 1, 2. Yay! Congratulations!
Well,
that was fast. 32 minutes and 21 seconds. Yeah, we had a lot of guesses that were around this time range. So yeah, good on everyone for guesses. I'm going to stop pinning here because I want to focus on the live stream and see who else we have there. So we have Rachel, Rosaline, and Sarka right now on the stream. And also Adam, who, by the way, has always such interesting like recaps of events. Can Adam on YouTube, if you're interested in breakdowns and behind the scenes information and like kind of unbiased opinions on things. You know, I always enjoy watching his videos. Ooh, and Anime has made great progress as well.
Gosh, yeah, I don't know who's going to be fourth now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting to see how everyone is finishing at different places. Like Rosaline is kind of finishing top right corner, same as Rachel. And then Anime has this like kind of middle section randomly that she's going to finish on. And then, yeah, Sarka has like similar to Kristen, where she has like all of these blue pieces with like stripes on them, I think, left most of the... Yeah, this is an interesting puzzle to watch because there's so many different strategies going on. I wonder if it's also because people are not listening to us. Because I feel like sometimes when we as commentators say like, "Ooh, this section really stands out," or like, this would be a great target to take, how many people are actually switching their strategy to, you know, do whatever the commentators are saying. Like, I know I do that sometimes when I'm puzzling. So I wonder if it has an influence.
I used to listen to music because I found it quite stressful listening to commentary while I puzzle. But then I realized if I switch my mindset about the commentary to hear it as like an aid rather than like just noise, then yeah, I don't listen to music anymore, and I would prefer to listen to commentary now.
Yeah, so someone in the chat is asking, when will we find out the artist? Well, we will be interviewing the artist later. So after we've done some interviews with the podium finishers, or like the first, you know, whoever wants to talk to us from the first like top 10, then we're going to be interviewing the artist. And Michelle has just revealed that it is V's. That's who I was thinking. So she's also the artist who did the biomes, what is it called? Bottled biomes. And so this is her second, is it the second? Already the third image that she does. Yeah, I love her art. It's so like whimsical and just like cute, you know? And I feel like it's really lends itself well to speed puzzling.
Mm.
And you can tell kind of that the speed puzzler made this, you know, like looking at the image on like people's things, I'm like, there's something happening everywhere. There's a gradient in the background. There's so much going on. It feels like it was made, you know, with that intention. But we'll talk to her later and then she can tell us a little bit more about the process of this puzzle.
Rosaline is just finishing.
Yeah.
Last piece there.
Yeah, her and Rachel are puzzling very similarly. Having them next to each other like that, you can really see.
Fantastic.
Well done, Rosaline. Good job. Yeah, 36 minutes, 35 seconds. For Rosaline. Yeah, this is great. And I think this is one of her highest placements in an EJJ, like fourth. After like some of the fastest puzzlers in the world, Christian, Connor, and Kristen, former world champion. So yeah, great. Good job, everyone. Rachel also has finished. Yay, Rachel.
Well done.
Yeah, not even a minute after Rosaline, so like 40 seconds after her, which is... That's crazy. You and so Rachel and Rosaline definitely should like connect because they have like the same style of puzzling.
Yeah. Who's going to be next? It's close between Anami and Olivia in terms of loose pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very neck and neck. Well, I think Olivia is slightly ahead, actually. Oh, yeah, she's ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. She has like 5 more pieces.
There we go. Well done, Olivia.
Yay. Olivia, yeah, and then Anami has this. Because she also only has 5 more pieces now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she has
close.
no more pieces anymore because she just finished.
Well done.
Nice. I feel like the finishers are just going to keep coming now. Because it seems like every time like people have finished and then I look at who might be the next person to finish, it's like not a lot of pieces left anymore. Well, maybe we have a little bit of a gap, I guess.
I was looking at Elodie's table earlier when we were going through the alphabet and was thinking it's going to be hard to tell how many loose pieces she has because of the table covering. And here we are. I have no idea how many loose pieces she has.
Okay. So I'm getting hints from behind the scenes that we can actually start to interview Connor. Connor has been waiting for us. So Connor, if you're there, you can turn on your camera, your microphone. And then we'll get to hear someone's experience of doing this puzzle.
Okay.
Hi.
Let's have a minute. Can you hear us?
We can hear you. Yes, there we go. Hi.
Okay.
Hi, Connor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you do a lot of puzzles unboxed? Because you seemed like so focused on it straight away. Is this something you practice?
I've probably only done 4 unbox, not counting competitions.
And do you often, like when you do a puzzle regularly, do you often look at the box? Or are you someone who just always looks at the pieces? Because it seemed like you were just doing your thing.
It kind of depends. If it's more like flat blocks of color, not that much, probably like 3 or 4 times. But if there's like little stuff all over the puzzle, I will look about 10, 20 times.
Mm-hmm. So how was your experience with this puzzle? Did you like it?
When I knew it was a gradient background once I started it, but I started with like the yellow and then the octopus kite that had like a lot of tentacles that kind of threw me off a little bit. So I just decided to move on from that.
Mm-hmm. And then how did you proceed afterwards?
I honestly just went by color because I felt like I thought everything was going to be spread out. So then once I did each color, I would have something to connect with, but I didn't realize they were all like in one line.
Mm-hmm. So at what point did you realize what the image was going to be? Did you have an idea straight from the beginning? Or?
I felt like it was kites, but I honestly thought it was just like I thought it was like a puzzle competition, like kind of setup because I saw like a lot of puzzle piece shape stuff. So I was kind of confused until I got like half the background done, and I realized it was kites.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so there are, because we haven't had actually a closer look at the puzzle yet. So there's a lot of like little puzzles hidden within the puzzle. Is that what you're saying?
There's a lot of puzzle piece kite.
Oh,
As a puzzle piece.
yeah, fun. So like little Easter egg puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry. Connor, so you you worked like by color, you went through the puzzle that way. At some point you realized it's kites. Did it make it easier for you once you knew what it was?
It was a little bit easier, but since I was getting close to the end, it didn't really help me in the end.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah. How do you get so fast without an image? Like, what's your secret?
Honestly, it's more of like doing like more like the sessions that are like easy to pull out. So
Mhm.
then you actually have something to work off it from that, and then end with the color that happens the most often.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a really good general advice, I think, for any type of puzzle to do. Um, any advice you would say specifically for a puzzle where you don't know what the image is?
I feel like always start with the edge, so then you can have something to work off of. And if you get stuck on one thing, just move on from it. Because then once you have a lot of the easier stuff filled out, then you'll realize what it is, and then you can get that together easily.
Mhm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. SJ, do you have some questions for Connor? I need to check for my cat for a second.
Okay. Sure, sure. I think that that's a really good piece of advice you gave to start with the edge, because when we were watching people towards the beginning, I said to Catherine, I could see people starting with the edge. I could see a lot of people not starting with the edge, and I wondered how people would do, if it would help some people to not or to start with the edge. And from my point of view, I agree with you, Connor. I think always start with the edge, unless it's just like white pieces, and then don't start with the edge, maybe. But
I think honestly, if it was all white puzzle, you still start with the edge.
oh, interesting. Okay, well, I will take that into consideration. But no, I do have a question for you. I saw you finish on the green hill or ground, and well, first of all, it was amazing to watch. You really smashed the finish on it. But the question is, there are some green kites. Was it easy for you to differentiate the green that was kites versus the green that was the ground, or was it
The
hard?
green kites like were a little lighter, and some of the kites had more of a gradient on it. So I feel like it kind of helped, and some of the kites had texture on it. So that's what I could work off.
Yeah. Well, on a completely different topic, I wondered. I always see you wearing like sports jerseys and things like that. So, are you a sports fan in general?
I mainly just basketball.
Yes, I love basketball. I grew up in Kentucky, so I love basketball. But yeah, so is there anything in the sports world and basketball or whatever that that inspires you when you puzzle? Like, is there anything that you take into what you do as a puzzler?
In basketball, you need to have really good hand-eye coordination, and you need to have good hands to be able to shoot the ball and catch the ball whenever it's thrown to you.
Mhm. Absolutely. Do you practice other things besides puzzling to improve your hand-eye coordination?
It's mainly basketball and a little bit of golf.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I need to get the hoop up. I have a hoop that is not installed, and I need to practice probably on basketball. Oh, no, Catherine, do you have any more questions or thoughts for Connor?
Yeah, I mean, not really. I'm just so amazed at how good you are, and I can't wait to see what you're capable of doing once you can actually compete with the adults in the competitions in a couple of years. And until then, you're going to have so much more time to practice. So I think you're just going to crush it. I feel
We
like,
are we are planning to go to the World Series.
yeah. So that'll be really cool. It's not that far from you, right? It's just like one country up.
Yeah, it's about a 3-hour flight.
Yeah. All right, so that'll be really fun and really exciting to see for other people. Connor, are you going to be taking part in any more EJJs soon?
I think a lot of August and September. I won't be competing any in July.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so like later in the summer, early autumn, we can see you then back. Yeah, thanks so much for talking to us.
I have one quick question for Connor.
Oh, yes.
I'm curious, how hot is it where you are?
In Houston, it's almost always on the summer. Normally, the highs can get to 90 to 100, and then the lows about 70.
Well, that's pretty nice. 70, actually. So you don't have to worry about the heat if it's 70.
Maybe high 70s, like 79, 80.
Okay.
What's that in Celsius, SJ?
It's 26, 27.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too hot.
Yeah, it's relatively manageable.
Yeah, it's warm, but it's not like crazy hot.
It's having grown up I'm from the South, and it's very hot there, but we all have air conditioning in the South in the US. So I think us over here in Europe, we mostly don't have air conditioning. So when it is 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 35 to 40 degrees in Celsius, we are very hot because we have no way to cool down.
Some summers it can get to like up to 110 or something.
Yeah, that's pretty darn hot. Is it humid as well in Houston?
Yes.
Yeah, miserable. Okay, well, anyway, keep cool, and thank you so much for joining us. And you did really, really well. It was a joy to watch you.
Enjoy the rest of your day, Connor.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
It's always so fun talking to him. I talked to him like a while ago as well when he was participating in an EJJ, and it's so interesting to see like his approach to things, because he in his mind it's just like so simple. He's like, yeah, just do this. So yeah, I am maybe just overthinking it,
Yeah. I wish it came that easily to me as well.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, we've had a lot of finishers. So we are right now at 30 finishers. So 30 out of 84 people have finished, and we are only at 50 minutes.
Yeah, tons of time to go. Will we clear the room? I think we probably will.
Maybe. I hope so. It'll be exciting to see, because I mean, when I'm looking just in the Google Meet, I see a lot of puzzles that are like halfway done, So I think if you're halfway at 50 minutes, you're definitely going to be able to finish it in like another hour and 10 minutes, I see one person who has not done the border, like Nicole. If Michelle can put Nicole Teuscher on the screen, she has done everything except for the border.
That's really interesting.
It is. And she's working on the border right now. But yeah, with this puzzle, it's like unusual to do.
Oh boy. I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
I took Connor's advice. He said to
always do the border.
Yeah, start with a border and will help. And I said, well, maybe not if it's just white plain edges on the edge. And he said, no, still start with the edge. So, I'm gonna definitely keep that in mind for myself. But that being said, everyone's different, so maybe that isn't the best advice for some people, maybe for a lot of people, but yeah, everyone's got to do their own thing, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have heard word that we can start interviewing Wies about this amazing puzzle. So let me pull you up on my screen. Wies, if you're here. Yes, hi.
Hi.
Yay, I'm so happy. It's another Wies puzzle. I love your style. I just think it's so much fun. And you can really tell that you made this specifically for the EJJ, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a lot of ideas laying around, and I asked my son actually, what puzzle do you want? And he said, I need kites. I need kites. So I made a puzzle themed kite puzzle. Yeah,
Oh,
for the HJJ. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe now is also a good time to show like the whole image maybe on screen. Do you have it? Ah, perfect. Okay, so all right. Yeah, so we see, okay, now let me describe the puzzle again for people.
Mhm.
'Cause so we see a lot of different kites. Some have like a specific texture on them. Some have like little puzzle pieces on them. Some look like sea creatures, which is maybe why I thought maybe it's an under the sea thing, like tentacles and stuff. One looks like a little raccoon that's very cute. One is like a puzzle fish. And then in the bottom right, we see, yeah, like a lot of people that are actually flying the kites or sitting in the park, and a little dog and some trees. And yeah, the background is a gradient. And yeah.
Yeah, and there actually are like references back to the bottled biomes, like the octopus. What that also was a reference to the horror octopus we did as a ACJ.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and it's not a pizza; it's roses. But I also call it a pizza kite when I'm describing it, because yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited to try it. I wish I could have also tried it unboxed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll try it with the box, and then we'll see how fast I can be. Did you expect this to be, because it seems to be like a puzzle that people are finding somewhat easy, at least. I don't see people that are stuck. I see everyone is working. We have great times like for an unboxed competition. And Michelle was telling us before that in the Flex, everyone was done 25 minutes before the time limit. Was that your intention to make it fast?
No, with the last puzzle, with the bottled biomes, I really tried to have different sections that you could easily pull. With this one, I thought that I wanted to put more details in it, so not make it easier. But I like to have fun while puzzling, so I think I put that in the puzzle, so I would have like very different colors, different textures, always a gradient in the sky, so you know where to put stuff. So you have like the lines, the textures, and the colors all indicate where a piece goes in the puzzle. So yeah, so that obviously would make the puzzle a bit easier, I guess.
Did you do the puzzle already yourself?
Yeah, I did. I did it with my husband and my kids, because I don't think I can do a first try on a puzzle I make myself, because I know the image already too well for it to be a real first try. So I take the opportunity to do it with someone leisurely. So enjoy the first try. But I did it I think the day before yesterday for the first time timed. Yeah. In like 41 minutes. So way slower than people that now Christian did it unbox for the first time. So yeah.
Yeah, but you can't compare yourself to Christian. I mean,
no, but I also was watching Connor in the meets from the get-go, because I was expecting Connor, Christian, and Kristen to do it very fast, so I had them pinned in my own screen. And like Connor being done with the border in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Ow.
Well, we know now why. I mean, he does all white borders as well, so
Yeah.
he has to practice.
Yeah.
So sorry, SJ, you had a question probably.
Oh, no, I was I was going to ask, actually, you mentioned your son suggested kites as the subject matter. What was his review of the final artwork? Did it suit what he wanted?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
It was approved, but now he wants a sushi one, so I have to get back to work.
Well, what is your technique, or well, that's not even the right word. Like, what medium do you use to create the artwork?
Yeah, most of the time I just take A4 paper and a pen most of the time and just sketch some stuff out. So I have a global layout of what I want where, and sometimes I have smaller details sketched out in pen, because if I have a eraser, I don't get to working on an image, so I need something I can't erase.
Okay.
After that, I take a picture of it, and then I work on line work digitally, and then color it in, and then color the line work as well. Yeah,
I'm the least artistic person in the world, so that I'm so impressed, honestly, that people can, see things and then translate that onto paper and digitally. Wow, that's all I could say.
Because I work as an illustrator for work as well. And I found out that I don't have to stop making an image in my head first. So I just have to let it grow on paper. Because if I have an image in my head, it will never turn out as I want it. And I get discouraged way too much. So if I just let it grow organically, I get way more satisfied with the end results.
That's fantastic. How long does it take from the first sketch on paper to the final product? Like days or weeks, or how long does it take?
It really depends on how quickly I'm satisfied with it. Because with this one, I just had an idea, I made a sketch, and I started working on it, and then it just takes hours of making it. So I think in total like 30 hours over 2 weeks or something. But like the bottled biomes, I made in like 30 hours in 3 days. I just started working and I finished it in one go. Work has to allow it as well. But I've been busy with other images for puzzles. And that took me way longer. Because I was just busy with all the details and more details coming in, and then more details coming in, and then more adjusting. And that took me way longer. So it really depends on the image as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. Michelle wants to know, she says, in the bottom half of the image, there's like people. Did you draw yourself or some people that you know?
No, this time I didn't. Always when I have to do illustration work, I accidentally put people in that I know. And sometimes I even on purpose put people in that I know, because I have to know now a big illustration for a architecture company, a really big firm. And the colleague I'm working with said, "Hey, you put your husband in, and here's that one, and here's that one," and I was like, "Oops, I did it again." But on this one, I'm looking, and I don't think I did. No. Most of the time, there's a tall 2-meter-long guy with a bald head and a beard. That's like my husband, but he's not in here.
I was at a competition about a week and a half ago where the artist for the puzzle was there, and I did the puzzle. I did this bit that I'm going to refer to, and it wasn't until after he signed my puzzle, someone said, "Oh, he's in the puzzle. He painted himself into the middle of the puzzle," and I didn't realize it somehow. But it was a nice Easter egg once I realized it. So yeah. You should paint yourself in there sometime.
Yeah, Maybe for some next puzzles.
Yeah, it might be really fun. Someone else in the chat asks, how does it feel to speed puzzle your own art?
Yeah, it's crazy because I thought I would have a bigger advantage of knowing the image, but when you have all the pieces loose and separate, it's still kind of hard to put it together. Especially with circles, I always have a really hard time with circles, but the same for diagonal lines and crosses because they can like rotate on all angles. So yeah, it's really nice to do, but you're also looking in another way at your own artwork.
Yeah, but at least you have like then the advantage that you pick up a piece and you know exactly.
I know exactly where it goes.
Yeah.
But if it's a circle or if it's a cross, you can also always rotate it the other way. So
yeah. Yeah, but at least you know like what it belongs to. You're like, oh, this is definitely part of.
Yeah.
I remember drawing this yesterday evening.
Yeah, even the small, tiny lines in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. So what is your process when it comes to like designing a puzzle? Because I feel like when I'm looking at it like on the stream, it just seems like there's something is everywhere in the puzzle. There's like not a lot of empty space, and it just seems like very intentional, you know, made for puzzling in a sense.
Yeah.
Is it a different approach than what your normal illustrations look like? Because I have no idea what your real job like illustrations are like. Are they similar to this?
I don't really have a specific style, I always say, but other people say, oh, okay, I can recognize your work, but I don't, because I always think I'm going to adapt my style to the work I'm doing, to the message. But with puzzles, it's really thinking that if I cut this up in a lot of pieces, there always has to be something on that piece. And if there's nothing, then the color should tell where the piece has to go. And keeping in mind that if there are like 6 or 12 pieces that don't really have a home, it's not that bad. But if it gets more, I don't like to do the puzzle that much anymore. Yeah, so it's keeping in mind using textures, using colors, not using too much of repeating colors in different places. And yeah, getting stuff close to the border as well.
Yeah, so this is something that you then have to keep in mind while you are designing specifically for puzzles. There's like all of these things. Tell us a little bit more about, like Connor mentioned, like these little puzzle Easter eggs. Like, can you point us out some of the things that you built in there? Like also someone mentioned like an EJJ balloon.
Yeah, there's an EJJ balloon. And in the middle right section, an EJJ balloon. And there's some puzzle shaped kites. And there's a kite with a puzzle texture. And then there's a green kite that has a really long tail that also has all puzzle pieces. And a fish puzzle shaped kite that's also like the fish in the bottled biomes, the puzzled shaped fish.
Yeah. It's nice. You have already like things that are reoccurring. You're going to be like the Jan van Haasteren of EJJ. Like people are going to be looking for the octopus or for the little fish.
yeah, it's now a thing I cannot drop ever.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite?
Something completely different. There has to be an octopus in it.
Did you have a favorite kite out of all of the kites in this?
It depends on the day of the week. I really I really like the raccoon kites a lot, but also the pizza one with the roses. I love, and the octopus has a special place because it's a terror octopus, and the arms are also one of the hardest parts to make in this puzzle as well, because you have the red tails that are in 2 places that are quite hard to make, and also the octopus's legs from orange to yellow. I find are the hardest parts of this puzzle.
Well, I've a slightly off-topic question, but kind of related. Kind of bring our topic for the night into this. Does the heat affect you when you're drawing, or your creativity? Does it help? Does it hurt? How do you deal with the heat?
It hurts. Yeah, I can't deal with the heat that well. I could as a kid. I had no problem with 35 degrees heat, 37. I was the one just doing fine, but now I don't. I had to do some work, but I lay on the stone floor of my hallway because that was the coolest place in the house for most of the day. I fell asleep on it. On the stone floor. So no, I'm not dealing well, and my creativity is not doing well, and my puzzling in Spain was also not doing that well. With after the teams, I got a bit unwell in the heat in Spain. Last year at the Dutch Nationals, not the one this year, but the one in 2025. I had sticky arms, and I pulled an entire section of my puzzle from the table in the final. So no, heat and me in puzzles and creativity don't work together.
Yeah,
and also today it's hot again. I don't like
feel
it.
you.
Yeah,
it is technically much colder than last week. It's like less than 10 degrees.
Yeah.
Colder, but it's still hot. Like I'm still.
Yeah, but I think it's back to 30 degrees in my living room again.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I have a very well insulated house, so it takes a long time for it to warm up. But once it warmed up, it takes a long time to cool down again. So now with a bit of heat, temperature rises again to 30 degrees. So I'm back to the hallway.
Yeah. I mean, I know in the Netherlands, it's not because I also live here. It's not usual to have like air conditioning units. I know that more and more people are getting them, but then they're getting them just for the bedroom or like just for one specific room. Something I'm thinking about it every summer, and then by the time it's winter, I'm like, we don't need it. Yeah, and then the summer comes again, and I'm like, why didn't we get it?
Yeah, and then everywhere is sold out immediately.
Yeah.
So there are no air cons available anywhere.
My trick has been to just go to my local supermarket because it's nice and cold in there, and then I just go even just
at the vegetable aisle.
I go in the frozen aisle, and I just kind of stand there like this with my arms out just for a little bit, and wait. But then you go out and it feels even warmer. So I don't know if it's worth it anymore. I think the best trick I've found is to after the shower, just leave my hair wet, because my hair takes ages to dry. So I'll have like a wet hair for most of the day, even if it's really hot, and that helps kind of keep my head cold. And then I feel colder. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I've been taking lots of cold showers recently, and that really feels nice. I wish I could take about 10 cold showers a day. And another thing I've been doing is I keep lots of ice cubes ready in the freezer. And anytime I'm near the kitchen, I'll go in and just get an ice cube and put it in my mouth and keep it there as long as I can.
Yeah, I found out that warm showers do better for me, because I keep cool for longer. And then puzzling winter landscapes, I think.
Mm. Yeah, like the final puzzle at the Dutch Nationals
Yeah,
was a Christmas puzzle.
Yes.
Yeah, and I did it again last week because I thought maybe if I puzzle something that makes me feel cold. I will
No,
feel
it
cold.
made you warm and fuzzy feeling.
It did, yeah. Because it was
Yeah.
also like inside. It was a cozy scene, you know, of with like a fire. Was there a fireplace? Yeah, there was a fireplace, and it's just like hot chocolate, you know, and then it makes you feel not cold. Yeah, lots of people in the chat, by the way, over the whole evening. I don't know if you are reading the chat, but have been saying also people from the Flags yesterday that were excited to see people do it today, and they really enjoyed the puzzle. And then, a lot of people saying now that they loved the puzzle. They thought it was really fun. Rika says, like, I'm so delighted that this puzzle had kites, and I'm kind of proud I could tell that when I had finished the edge. So yeah, someone else who noticed it was kites relatively early on.
Yeah, because of it was a Flex. I also already got lots of images on my Instagram private messenger from people that had done it like last week that were like, "Oh, I loved it so much."
Nice.
That is really nice to hear, because it's really hard to keep it a secret for so long. Because I have the puzzles for a few months now.
Yeah.
And I've done it way earlier already, so it's yeah.
So when did you draw it? How many months ago? From like how many months ago did you draw it until now?
I think January, somewhere around there. So it was, half a year.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
a long time to sit on a secret.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could keep the secret that long. So it's a good thing I'm not
No,
artistic.
but then my teammates are coming over, and I'm like putting it away so they don't have it in a box somewhere. And I'm like, but I want to show you. And they're like, no, we don't want to see it. We don't want to see it.
Is your name on the box for this?
Yeah, in a picture.
Oh, good. How does that feel, seeing your name on a puzzle box as a puzzler? Is that like the best feeling?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and especially being a real box as well. It's something you can hold. Yeah. And you can do it as a puzzle, so it's real.
Yeah, that's really cool. And you have your Christmas presents sorted for this year, because everyone will just get one of your puzzles.
Yeah, I get a batch, a few. I already have gave them away to family and friends that like the puzzle but don't speed puzzle. So I'm out already.
Nice. Well, Wies, thank you so much for chatting
thank you.
to us. We really enjoyed talking to you, and I hope to see a sushi puzzle from you coming soon.
That will take a while.
Please.
I haven't started that one.
I'm still crossing my fingers. I love sushi puzzles. Thanks, and see you soon, I'm sure, like either puzzling yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we had so many people finish. So we are at 76 finishers, 77 finishers. Someone just finished. Eunice just finished from Canada, and out of 84. So we only have a little under 10 people to go. And I have been told that our next guest will be Madara. Madara B. Puzzlin. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. How are you? I love your puzzle corner setup there with just like
I
puzzles
mean,
everywhere.
this is nice, but this stack, which is mainly like World Series and then Euro Jigsaw Jam puzzles, is like a mess. So don't look there, look there.
I also like the mess. I mean, there are puzzles to come, right? These are like puzzles that you haven't sorted yet
Yeah.
into.
It's very relatable, the mess, I think, for lots of people. So
Exactly. I also have one, a huge to-do pile that just gets bigger and bigger. Madara, tell us, how did you enjoy this puzzle? How was it puzzling blind, basically?
oh, I love it. Honestly, this is my favorite way to puzzle because I feel like people are just, well, not everybody, but in general, people are much better about analyzing the picture and then finding what's on the puzzle pieces. And I'm not very good at that or fast. So when I feel like when there's no picture, we're in like a level playing field with other people. I feel like I do better on average when we're puzzling without a picture. So I really enjoy these competitions. I'm happy that they're now, World Series. They also had a unboxed competition, and yeah, Michelle always brings us new formats, so I love it. My favorite. If there is one in a batch, then I try to always get the unboxed ones.
Yeah. Do you practice a lot unboxed as well?
Well, no, not really. No, I have a seasonal job, so during the summer I do very little practice, and now I'm basically just doing EJJs, and I look forward to, it's like, okay, yeah, I have it planned, then I will dedicate that time, and I really enjoy I enjoy speed puzzling, but during the summer it's very difficult for me to like find motivation, find time. But for EJJs, I'm like, I kind of put myself in that headspace of like, now we're competing, and I when I do it, and I'm like, oh, why am I not doing more of it? It's so much fun, but I just don't have the time.
Yeah, and you need to have an accomplice who goes and buys puzzles for you and then unboxes them and like.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what was your strategy for this puzzle? Did you also, we saw a lot of people starting with red, but we saw all kinds of different ways to solve this puzzle. I felt like there was way more variability in doing this puzzle than we see like with other puzzles, and I was wondering if it was maybe because people couldn't hear us talk, since that was one of the instructions. So yeah, what was how did you go about it?
Well, I thought while I was doing it, I already knew, okay, this isn't gonna be an easy puzzle, and it made sense why they told us to not listen. But in an unboxed puzzle, first of all, it already makes sense to not listen to commentary because it kind of gives you clues. But it made even more sense because this was kind of like an easy puzzle or easy illustration. It wasn't too busy. It was just busy enough that you could pick out textures, and then there's gradient sky. But I started with the edge, then I realized it's gonna be kites after I finished the edge, and I actually started with the green because on the edge there was already the one green kite or almost two green kites on the edge, and the bottom was also green with like little details where the people were, and I was like, okay, you know what, that's pretty good kind of color to go for. And after that I did the purple corner, and the reds were kind of the hardest, and the ribbons for me were the hardest. I left all the ribbons until then, especially the red purple ones on the middle. All those I left until the end, and I think that slowed me down a bit at the end. Like I wasn't going that fast at the end, but it was overall super enjoyable puzzle. Really love this art style. The artist, she already did the bottled biomes. That was like when people opened that box, I remember people were like, wow, this is amazing. This is the best puzzle ever. Like whoever this artist is, like they know puzzlers, and they make puzzles for a puzzler, for speed puzzling. And it was just like, I remember also because I also post on Instagram and I live in Spain, and there's a very big Spanish speed puzzling community, but not a lot of people were actually ordering EJJs because
if you think about, I mean, I don't necessarily think that they're expensive. It's 25 euros, but maybe for them, considering that they have a lot of live competitions all over the Spain almost every weekend, and you can go to a live competition for maybe 20 or 15 euros.
Mhm.
Maybe it seems a bit on the expensive side, but that puzzle, I think, kind of like set people over the edge. And people now, Spanish people are also ordering EJJs because, especially the unreleased puzzles, because people love doing unreleased puzzles, and also
Yeah.
these are puzzles made by, you know, maybe small artists, or maybe not small artists, but it's made by community members, and also they're made especially for these competitions sometimes. So, and they're great. I love these specifically for speed puzzles. They're so amazing. I love them.
Yeah, that's exactly. I totally agree with you. I also think, especially this puzzle, there's like so much going on everywhere that you would be hard to find a piece where there's nothing happening. And then even I feel like probably you will know like where it goes. It was interesting you said you started with green, because like Connor, who we interviewed before, who came second, he did the green part last.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's been really interesting. Like some people have been finishing with the green, some people are finishing with the purple area in the top right. Some people are finishing with like the yellow like ribbons, or like this yellow section that is more like like what Kristen was finishing with as well. So it's like people are finishing all over the place with this puzzle, which is really, really interesting.
I think because there are so many different colors, it's basically the one that stands out to you the most, or that like this is so easy to pick out. I have to start with this because they're just jumping out from the pile of the pieces. They're jumping out at me, so I have to go for those. That basically happened to the green ones. But I mean, the yellow ones, I did start sorting them out, but they seemed like it was too hard, basically. So I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna go for something else. But the yellow ones also stood out a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it just depends on like what your personal preference is with something like that. Like I always like to do the like purples, pinkish color. So I think I would probably start. I don't know. It's hard for me to say now because I've seen the puzzle, but like either that or I would go for something with texture. Like some people also started with this like dotted kite with the long tail and had kind of this connection happening like from left to right. So yeah, it's really interesting to see how people are tackling this. And you can even see now in the meeting with like how people are puzzling that there's not really two puzzles that look alike at any stage. Everyone's kind of doing their own like their own thing with the puzzles.
Yeah, well, the texture thing is also true, but for me that really big kite, it was too big. It was like it changes colors. Like, is it actually gonna go with that big face? I thought that they are two separate ones, but eventually it was like, oh yeah, no, these guys go together. So I guess before you make that connection, the other ones were just easier to complete. But it was overall, none of them were like very hard. So I understand why people can be all over the place. There's no like one right way to solve this puzzle, and that's very nice. That's how I feel like that's a perfect speed puzzling puzzle, because if everybody did it the same way, you can be like, damn, why didn't I do it the same way as everybody else? Because that clearly was the right way. But here it's not true. Like very fast people also did it differently. So
yeah, all the top 3 puzzlers have done different strategies and have finished in different places. This is really one of the puzzles where it can go either way. Madara, slight change in topic, but one of the questions was about puzzling in the heat. Do you have any tips of what you could tell people, or like how you have been puzzling if it's like really hot outside?
Well, I mean, I guess I have to be grateful because I do live in Spain, and because Spain gets very hot, especially in south of Spain, gets very hot for many months. We have air conditioning in the apartment. So maybe I wouldn't turn on aircon all the time, but if I'm puzzling, it's on. So I have aircon running now. Also, I was like, first thing I do, turn on the aircon like 15 minutes before, so the house cools down and or my room cools down, and then I puzzle. So I don't really have any kind of special tips. I mean, the ones with the people putting their feet in cold water under the table, I think that's pretty good. That's pretty fun. You have like a heat sink there under the table, so that's probably kind of like a good tip. But if you are the kind of person who likes moving around, you know, there's like fidgety people, or you like standing up, and then if you have a bucket, that's also seems a bit like. And if you're like maybe like me, where you have some stacks on the floor, that's a little bit like, oh, that's kind of like a disaster. You have to think about it before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the main reason why I didn't do it in the end, because I am someone who likes to like stand up in between, and then I thought like, yeah, but what if I stand up and then I slip inside of the bucket or something? And I just thought maybe it's not, it's making it more difficult than it has to be.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe that's a bit dangerous. But if you're the kind of person who's always sits down puzzling, you know exactly that you're kind of more like static, then that is a pretty good solution, I guess, if you don't have like fans or air conditioning or something like that.
Yeah. SJ, did you have any further questions for Madara?
Just one. I looked on my speed puzzling and saw that this was your fastest, like, true first try on an unboxed puzzle. So maybe you are aware, or maybe this is news, but was this like, what was the feeling when you finished this and saw your time?
Well, I mean, genuinely, this is also like a problem of like an overachiever, maybe a little bit, but I was a bit disappointed that I didn't do it in under 50 minutes, because I felt like I was going so fast, and it was almost like the picture was a little bit in my head. Like I could kind of like imagine, like, yeah, I already orientated the right way when I did the edge, because like this clearly is the ground, this clearly is gonna be the sky, these clearly are kites. So it a little bit kind of made sense in my brain. So, but that always somehow happens to me with unboxed puzzles, because I don't know, my brain kind of like doesn't have to concentrate on analyzing the picture, so it can do the full power concentrating on analyzing the pieces, and then I'm somehow just better at putting it together. I'm not saying that obviously I would have done it faster with an image, because this is that kind of puzzle that lends itself of actually being very good with the images as well, because you know exactly where each kite goes and so on and so forth. But as an unboxed puzzle I really enjoy it. It's just my favorite way to do puzzling, actually. If there was every competition was unboxed, I'll be happy. So I can't complain. I was really, in the end, I was really happy. I didn't even realize that was my fastest unbox. So thank you for that. So I'm actually extra happy now. I can't complain. So thanks for that.
Yeah, you said earlier that you're proportionately faster at unboxed, and that's what, and you know, so you're happy to always have it unboxed. And me too. I am proportionately faster at unboxed, and so. Yeah, please more unboxed.
Yes, please more. Michelle, please listen to us. Give us more unboxed, please. Thank you.
Please and thank you. Vise has a sushi one that she is thinking about doing, so
Please,
that would be fun.
Yeah.
Madara, thank you so much for joining us. I hear that we have 2 more people waiting to get interviewed, so I need to let you go now so that we can spend also enough time with the other 2 people. But it was so nice to have you on again, and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And yeah, congratulations on your time, and thank you for giving us your time to talk.
Thanks for having me. Always nice to be interviewed in the EJJ. I love it. Okay, bye.
Bye. Yes. So Michelle says message received loud and clear. That's good. So in the meantime, we only have 3 more people that are puzzling right now. So hey, let's all like cheer for them. We have Dora, we have Patience, and we have Tasha that are still working on the puzzle. So let's all go like. I mean, I guess they can't hear us, but like, let's go.
Yes, I'm sending all the speedy thoughts and feelings to them.
Yeah. And then we have Isa joining us from the US. Hi, Isa. Oh, I can see you, but I can't hear
Oh,
you.
can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can
Okay.
hear you.
My mic was muted. Hi, how are you doing? Nice to
Good. How
chat
are
with you
you?
again. Good. And are you SJ, who's always in chat?
Yeah, that's me.
Ah, hello. Hey, nice to chat with you in person.
My initials precede me.
I was kind of scared we wouldn't have enough chat interaction today without SJ. Yeah, so we were wondering about your setup with the 2 cams and like how it works, because it's so cool, because we could see like the top view, and then we could also see like you, like front view, you like doing the puzzling. So I was wondering about that, if you could explain.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So this is I have a virtual cam set up because often what I have multiple camera feeds that I want to take as input, and then I want to output my camera feeds together to multiple sources. So for example, today I had my face cam and my overhead cam, and let's see, and I can like switch. This is what I have when I'm streaming or just for calls and I want to show the puzzle. I can also have these like interesting split views, which I'd have to adjust because that's a bit too far over, or I can have just one camera or the other. And so I use Logic Cam, and it allows me to grab all the feeds and then kind of move them around however I want. And yeah, so pretty requires a little bit of setup, but once it works, you just don't touch it, and then it keeps working.
Is it 2 separate webcams? Oh,
Yeah. So I have a monitor right here in front of me. Oh, I have the wrong camera set up here. I have a monitor in front of me, and my face cam is on top of it. So when I'm looking at you, I'm chatting into the face camera. And then the one up there is mounted on a shelf on the wall and is just pointing straight down, and it just lives there. So
yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed the top-down view, not only with you, but like Tammy, who's going to talk to us in later as well. She also has this like top view, and I love that because you can really get a good grasp of like the puzzle, especially today, because we didn't know what the puzzle was going to be. So I'm very thankful for all the top view puzzles that we got to see today. Sorry, Ashley, I interrupted you.
Oh no, basically Isa answered a question I was going to ask of how that overhead camera is mounted. So on a shelf is the answer.
I could probably even show you if you want a bit of like,
yeah,
you're going to be dizzy for a second, so I apologize. So if you look up, it's there's this shelf, which it's homemade. It's a little bendy, and then I have this gooseneck mount, and that camera is pointing straight down.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's given me ideas because I'm always wanting to improve my setup. So that's really nice to see. Thank you. I was even going to say, if you could put it on Instagram in your stories or something, I will screenshot it later.
Oh, I can do that. That's a great idea. Yeah, I also have a video somewhere on YouTube where I recorded the whole setup with, because it's got like, I have the monitor, and then I have another monitor and my table, and it's a whole thing, and my mic.
Awesome. Yeah. I will watch your stories later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of us are getting into streaming, or for me, like commentating. Like I bought like a fancy microphone so that like people can hear me better, and like the good headphones so that I can hear everyone well. And I feel like a lot of us are getting more like tech savvy, like stream wise and stuff like that. So it's always nice to see like other people's setup with this. About the puzzle, how was it for you to do an unboxed puzzle? Is this something you do sometimes? Was this your first time in a competition?
Well, I mean, I went to World Series, and then my friend had lent me, I actually have it here, she lent me this whole bag of unboxed puzzles to practice for World Series, and I regretfully only got through like half of them before going on the trip. So I've been getting through the rest of them so that I can return them to her. And I actually just did my last 2 yesterday. I did a I did a PR one, which is about 50, like just seconds away from being under sub 50. And then I did a second one that took me almost an hour and 40. So like I was happier to be, I was 57 something on this one. So I was happier to be closer to the 50 than the 1 hour 40 today on an unboxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you find the puzzle today?
It was. Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
It was lovely. I loved that we had so much context to go off of, like what Jim and Mari say, like changing the filters. We had background sections with a subtle gradient, like the darker blue in one of the corners, and then even within like green kites, they all had different textures that you could sort out, or red kites, some had polka dots, some had lines, some had little like texture features that made them all distinguishable. So it felt like a good exercise in trying to be disciplined and go one thing at a time. What do they say? Change your filter, or add a filter, or add a dimension in. Yeah, so that was really fun. I heard a bit about the commentary saying folks ended in all sorts of different places. So I did the ground last, and I thought I had a bit of a bad slowdown in the ribbons where I didn't switch off soon enough, as soon as I should have. But I heard that it was a struggle area for Madara. I was listening to Madara's interview as well, so I guess it wasn't just me. It was just difficult. It was just the tougher part. So. Oh, and the little raccoon kite was super cute. So
yeah. Oh, someone's asking what your Instagram is. Is it Radical Puzzler?
Radical Puzzler all together. And then yeah, Radical Puzzler all together. And speaking of cameras, I recorded my video of this, so I'm gonna put it on Instagram. I'm really curious to watch it back, because having video is nice because you can tell that your feeling of how the puzzle went doesn't always match reality. So I'm curious to watch it back and see how I actually did.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so cool. I feel like to have this technology that you can do this with, right? Because like I used to film myself puzzling much more, and then I would always put it on the time lapse setting, and there you can really tell when you're slowing down, because then stuff comes together and then nothing happens for like 5 seconds, and you're like, what was I doing in that time when I didn't actually put puzzles together? And then you can remember like, oh yeah, I was actually stalling, or I couldn't figure it out, and I didn't switch to a new section quickly enough. And if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have the chance to like reflect on these moments that like, where was I actually struggling? Because when you're in it, you don't consciously, you're just in it. And you don't have like third view of yourself of doing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's sometimes what feels fast isn't fast, and things feel slow, and it turns out they were actually pretty quick. So yeah, I with the Twitch, since I usually stream a lot of the puzzles that I do, not all of them, but most of them, you can just like take your stream and I put everything on YouTube. It's unlisted and privated, but I have so much footage of puzzle solving. So I'm not sure if you've seen on Instagram. Oh, what did he call himself? Hannah Doyle's partner Jacob has been sharing examples of his proof of concept software to do piece count with image recognition.
The night of the round table or something like that.
That's it. Exactly.
I was wondering who it was.
So that's Jacob. He's one of the full-time USA Jigsaw Puzzle Association volunteers who works on the ranking system, and has been sharing these really cool videos on Instagram.
Yeah,
and I've been
amazing.
wanting to. I want him to share it with me, but code's not ready. So here's some public pressure, Jacob. I really want to play around with your software. I have so much video.
Yeah, but it's so cool. And I just see all these possibilities for like what you could do with this, like on a competition level, like how it would help the commentators, you know, giving actual real-time commentary, or even if you could only do it afterwards to do like a kind of a recap of the event and just the whole thing. Yeah, I've been following him like since the beginning, and I just didn't know who it was. So
Yeah.
thanks for letting the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, no, he's great. I don't know if he's watching, but I'm sure people who know him are watching. But I was thinking, to your point about like being able to go and look, that's like a really quick way to comb through your video and be able to see where was my pieces per minute speeding up or slowing down, or where was it slower than I would have expected to be. I'd love to have like those tags on my videos to look at. What I would do with that, I'm not sure. I think you need a lot of data points to be able to say, okay, generally I'm faster at this, or generally this is an area that's a problem for me, to be able to figure out where to focus your efforts. But I mean, I think we're all kind of nerds here, so.
Yeah, I mean, there might be certain patterns that you're not even aware of. Like, for example, maybe it's always a certain time that you slow down. And then once you know that it's that, and it's not about the difficulty of the image or something, then you could adjust your strategy, right? Or maybe you notice, oh, it's always with this color, or it's always in this area of the image, or always when the image is like really up or really down. So yeah, it could give you real good insights that I think just by watching it, you couldn't get it on your own.
Oh, absolutely. And then if you realize that I always just have this slow down around the 20-25 minute mark, you just put like your really effusively like energetic songs in your playlist right at that part, or something like that, you know, something to boost you up. That'd be really cool. So
yeah.
You should do a panel at US Nationals about math and data and everything. Could you give us like the elevator pitch version of what you talked about?
Oh, I think the elevator pitch, although I have to adjust it now that we've seen some of the World Series data, because I have to think about how to understand that, is that in general, like puzzling is high variance, as in like our results are pretty inconsistent. And so putting a lot of weight on like a single puzzle run as, oh, I've gotten so much slower, or wow, I mean, you should pump yourself up if you get a good time, but like if you get a slow time, the conclusion should not be, oh, I'm so slow, right? Or, oh, I can't beat this person anymore. We're all very high variance in terms of performance, and the data is very messy and noisy. And so I think that's the main takeaway. How that translates to ranks and things like that are that because our performance is so noisy, the ranks are just a piece of information that's not really going to tell you. It's not really telling you, oh, you're not that great, or you're, you know, or oh, like, don't put too much weight on the rank is what I'm saying. Like, performance can vary a lot. That said, with World Series, we did see a few people who were very consistent, but I feel like based on what I've seen, that's the exception. So
yeah, hashtag Kati Reiner.
Yeah,
who was just consistently always second somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, that might also be random chance. Like I've just started a new study last year, and it's the first time I'm learning about statistics. And so just learning like the basics of statistics, I'm kind of like, okay, you need at least like 25, 30 data points to even say anything about it. And then if all the data points you have are like from different puzzles, it also doesn't really work. And then even if you would do 25 or 30 times the same puzzle, your time's going to change, because you're going to get better and you're going to know the puzzle more. So it's like you can't even really, like, I'm struggling to even think, how would I, like, if I would make an experiment like based around like speed puzzling and like being able to predict like your times and things like that, like what my speed puzzling is doing right now, I would even have trouble like conceiving of like a design that would make sense to do it. Because yeah, the prediction, I tried out the prediction thing like recently, and it's not, I mean, I'm always faster than what it predicts, so it makes me feel great, but it's not very accurate then, So I'm wondering, how can you make it more mathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about all the work that myspeedpuzzling.com is doing because they have a
lot of data.
set.
I
think they're the only ones too who are starting to have enough to be able to do some investigation into like what happens with repeated attempts on the same puzzle over time for a given puzzler, which is I don't think we've had that visibility ever before. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do on that front.
Yeah. So interesting avenues to still explore in the future. I'm just looking at the time, and we still have Tammy waiting for us to talk to her. So I'm really sad to like cut the interview short here.
No,
but
that's great. I'm on my lunch break at work, so I gotta get back to it. Yeah.
Good. So I'm not going to keep you from the rest of your work day. Have a nice rest of the day, and thanks so much for all your inputs. And hopefully we'll speak another time more in depth about your insights about all of this. So yeah.
Yay, nice chatting. Nice to voice chat with you or in video, SJ. Yeah. So okay, and nice seeing you again, Catherine. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, that was really interesting, and I think we could have talked to her for much longer about this.
I'm just going to say something real quick, actually, for people listening and watching this. Please put your times in my speed puzzling on that note, because if you're kind of consistently and completely putting your data points in there, the better that data becomes for you and for all of us. So please put your times in.
Yeah. And we still have Dora, Tasha, and Patience puzzling this puzzle. Patience is still puzzling on the floor, and she's proving that she has a lot of patience with this puzzle for sure. Tammy, hi.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for talking to us and agreeing. You also had a great top-down view of your puzzle. And I really enjoyed that because I could see like all the things that you had already built, and it was really good.
Pity I didn't get to hear what you're saying. I'll have to go back and check the live stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, you were not listening to anything. Tammy, how is it for you to do an unboxed puzzle? Is this like something you regularly practice?
I don't do that a lot. I probably should, because today I was actually confused because I found that 3 corners were sky, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. Why is there so much more sky? And so I didn't know how to put those corners together. So I was trying to work from the inside out and not focus on the border. And maybe that was my mistake. By the time I realized it was a grid, I was like, oh, if I'd known that, it was so much easier.
Yeah, you should maybe follow Connor's advice that he gave us when we asked him, and his advice was to always do the edge first.
Maybe I should now. I pulled it aside in the beginning because I knew, I would want it separated. And then I spent a lot of time sorting the textures because it was really fun because the textures were so distinct and easy to pull out with the jigsaw puzzle texture and the purple and the colors. And so I did it for a little while, and then I realized I was spending probably a little too long on that. And so I left all the ribbons later. And maybe that was a mistake because the ribbons started getting messy. But on the whole, it was just so fun to work on that puzzle.
Yeah. So so you say you don't do this very often, but like, how was it for you to discover the image like that in this way, just by putting it together?
It was fun because, well, I'm glad that it was a grid cut because I don't rotate things in my head very well. So I know some of the kites I had them oriented like 90 degrees off because I was like, okay, I think it's in this area, but I'm not sure quite which way it went. But I should have looked more at like the kite lines, for example. There's so many clues that there was in the art that I was rushing and I didn't spend time appreciating and using it that would have helped me put everything together. And but knowing is half the battle, so I can use that for knowledge for future unboxed puzzles.
Yeah. I'm just trying to check your time for this. So you did it in 53 minutes. I feel like that's a really good time to do an unboxed puzzle.
It's it's pretty decent. But as I mentioned, I already know the areas for improvement for myself for the future. So maybe if I had practiced more, I could have done better. But the puzzles that EJJ uses are so nice, and it's so hard to find similar puzzles for practice because they really are such well-designed puzzles for speed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it always says on the box of the EJJ puzzles that it's like specifically designed for speed puzzling. And I feel like this is an especially good example of that, you know, like I feel like this is now that you know the image, you can, when you do it for the second time, you're probably going to be very fast.
That is actually interesting because a lot of times I don't redo my puzzles, and I should, because like, if they're designed for speed puzzling, I think there's going to be that aspect that, well, not so much in the regular EJs, but I think for the unboxed aspect, now I can, if I do it the second time, I can see how much knowing the puzzle will make a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you should definitely do this one a second time. And then maybe don't do it for like 6 months and then try doing it without the box again.
Yeah, it depends. I've seen sometimes I do have big increases for certain puzzles, but then some others are like, it'll be like 60 seconds increase. I'm like, I did this puzzle just 2 weeks ago. Why is it not faster?
Yeah, but that actually, it shows that you're really good at doing it straight from the beginning well, because like for me, it's different. I do a puzzle and then the second time I do it, I'm like 10 minutes, 15 minutes faster. And then I'm like, why didn't I do this the first time? Like it doesn't feel like I changed a lot, you know, it's just that like, I know what's coming. And for me, it's a lot about, you know, making these decisions of what to do next. When I do the puzzle for the second time, I know exactly what I need to do. And the first time, like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. So it really slows me down. And I don't know how I can practice it more because it's a problem that I have when I do a puzzle for the first time. So
I started try analyze my videos a little more. I've also, you know, gotten try to get coaching from a third party who can look at it and tell me what they see, because I can't see it myself clearly. But you're right, because like, there's some puzzles that if I do it right the first time, the second time like, I don't know where I can improve.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like I redid all the World Series puzzles when I came home, thanks to Victor's challenge. But I had better light here, I had more space here, I wasn't jet lagged. So there were a lot of factors that I can't control for when I travel to a puzzle event, but make a very big difference as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, random variables thrown in there that that we can't really control. How did you, so like what was your strategy with the puzzle though? Like, so did you go like by color? Because we saw like all kinds of different ways of doing it.
I had to go with my gut on this one because there's so many different ways to approach it. First, I started pulling out little groups. Like I found a lot of the spotted ones, which was the main dragon kite. But then I saw the purple background, and I was like, "All right, this sticks out to me because blue. I saw there were multiple shades of blue, and then green. I thought, okay, there are green kites, but there's also green ground, and I know." If I stop to like try and differentiate it, I slow down. So purple background to me is, okay, that's the fastest I can like pull out without having to think very much about it. So I started in that corner, and then I decided to do the edge to give myself some structure, I think. And then after I got most of the dragon in place, I think that's where things started coming together.
Mm-hmm.
But then I ended up like struggling at the end with all the green and power, and I was like, okay, I need to like slow down a little and start like figuring out what this is. And then I realized, oh, there's actually big green kites, and some of these is not ground. The kites with the texture, like with the scales on it, the green scales, those were easy to pull out. But I think there was a striped kite that I didn't realize was a kite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like on the left side, there's like 3 different green kites. Mm-hmm. And one has like scales, one has stripes, and then there's a tiny one in the corner. So if you would have done the border, you might have seen, because they are kind of, I don't know if you can actually see it. I don't know. I just have so this is like what the striped ones.
Right, I remember them. But the problem is I was confused as to why there were 3 sky corners. So I couldn't, my brain couldn't quite figure out how they went together. So I had them moving around, and then I also didn't know, was it a tall puzzle or a wide puzzle?
Mm-hmm. Again,
all the EJJs I've done, I feel like I should have known the pieces better.
Yeah. But yeah, again, doing the border there would have again been helpful to know, right? Whether it was like portrait or white. I need to listen to Connor more, because he has like all of these like intuitive things that are just seem like so. You know, when you talk to him, he just goes like, "Yeah, you just do this," and then you go like, "Yeah, I guess yeah, it makes sense to do just that." Like he has all of these like this intuitive knowledge about how to solve puzzles fast. That's really interesting, and we are all like, you know, all in our head about like how do we do this and how do we do that. So maybe we should just like go back to intuitive things. Oh, I see Tasha, who is just about to finish her puzzle finally. Yay, and that would be great because we have just over 2.5 minutes left, and she finished. Yay!
Yay! Always got to finish in time.
You know, now I wonder if people have the sound muted, they will not hear the countdown to stop, will they?
Oh. Oh no, and they'll come back and the call will just have ended.
So yeah, maybe Michelle has to come up with an idea for that. Yeah, and maybe we can ask Michelle to join us so that she can do a countdown when it's time to do it. So then she can have an eye on that. Hey, Michelle. Oh, we can't hear you. You're muted still. Yes.
They should have their timer website on their phone, so that might give them a clue that if they look at the corner of their eye, they might see they've got a couple of minutes left. But yes, we have just over 90 seconds left, and yeah, Dora and Patience doing really well. We can see that they've actually done opposite areas. So Patience has done really great area in the bottom green corner, and yeah, lots of working on the outside edges, and Dora more doing a top-down approach.
Yeah, they should just combine their puzzles and then it would be done.
Yeah, Tammy, just the last question. Any details in the picture that you loved discovering as you went along?
Oh my goodness, there's so many cute little details. I really like the little EJJ balloon at one side. And then I loved finding the raccoon kite in the middle of nowhere with no color. And then, there was that one just random bird just flying up in the top where it was like, it's all kites, but this bird decided to join in. And then the bottom left corner where the kite was falling had a sad face. I was like, oh. There's like so many cute little details, but I didn't appreciate them when I was puzzling. It's only when I finished I started looking at it. And also like the little dog that was like running around in the puzzle. So yeah, this was a really pretty picture.
Oh, you're just mentioning, I just happened to see the image of the little bird.
It is. It's just like, I want to join in with the kites.
Oh, fun. Yeah, I'm so excited to do this puzzle. I think I'm going to do it now.
Well, that's how I felt last night after watching everybody puzzle. I was like, oh, I got to do it again. Because I did it in February, because that's how long it takes for the puzzles to come. But I had to do it last night. All right, we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up, everybody. Well done for puzzling 2 hours. Well done, Patience and Dora. You can count up your loose pieces and add them to the timer website. And congrats to Tasha, who just squeezed in the nick of time. Fantastic. So yes, thank you very much to our co-hosts, SJ and Catherine. That's been a real pleasure to listen to you. Of course, to Vise for making this possible, for sharing your art with us, for thinking of cute little details that speed puzzles will enjoy. And thanks for hopping in, Tammy, at the end to join us for a quick chat. Always a pleasure. So I'll end the live stream here, but I'll wait and then Patience and Dora can add their times to the website. But yeah, thank you for a fantastic and surprising and very fun unbox competition, and lots of lovely interviews as well. Thanks everyone, and good evening. Bye. And thanks to all who've been following on YouTube as well. Really appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.